It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got a couple of franchises who broke into the league together back in 1995. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Jacksonville Jaguars under the lights on Sunday night.
With its distinctive swimming pools in the upper deck, there's a look inside Everbank Stadium here in Duval County, Florida.
Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
Two teams here that came into the NFL together back in 1995, and off we go between the Jags and the Panthers.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags.
They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field, and can take off and run when under duress.
On the ground with Bigsby to start the drive. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first two plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So on 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. Pulled in at the 24. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Hubbard.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Young to throw it.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Man open left side is Brown. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
A good down to possibly take a shot. And, in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Now Lawrence. He'll get that underneath ETN.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Here's 2nd and 7. ETN up the middle.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Lawrence will throw.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now Young.
A short throw hauled in by Trimble.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
In motion goes the tight end. On the counter, this is Hubbard.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Right back to Hubbard. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
No score after one on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Looking to throw, Young. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Straight ahead with Hubbard.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Young now. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on 3rd down. Doesn't find anyone open. Tucks it away. Takes off and picks up the 1st down. Not by a little, but by plenty.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Young will set to throw. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the 2nd half of this contest.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
They'll try to throw now. Young.
He'll get this complete to the rookie 1st-round pick.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 24-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. It's Young off play action. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw.
This is caught by McMillan.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Young to throw it.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Again, it's Young. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakim. And the Jags are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, Just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. First and goal, and you throw the pick. Not good at all.
Now Lawrence down around his goal line. A short throw there to Strange.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Now 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Lawrence.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Following the interception, Young.
Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll bring a tight end in motion. Now Young. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Young. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
To throw, Young. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick here is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Jaguars ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He's got his running back out of the backfield.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Here's Lawrence. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence.
He's going deep for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
If you missed the first half, there's not much to get you caught up on. Just the lone field goal accounting for the entirety of the scoring. A 3-0 game to this point, as both defenses have been strong so far.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Just one field goal and a tightly played first half as we resume action here in quarter number 3. And bulldozing his way through.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing, Young.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and the defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw.
A short throw hauled in by Trimble.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, Nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Young. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
Now Lawrence.
Over the middle, complete. It's Thomas. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence.
Looking long for Thomas. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. A 40-yard punt, given 3 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
The Carolina offense about ready to go.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now here's Young.
Short throw hauled in by Trimble.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Here is Young.
He'll find McMillan here.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Young off the play fake. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it winds us down to the end of the third quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Young will set to throw. A short throw hauled in by Trimble. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard.
A beautiful fake.
And the Panthers are going to be set up with a first and goal as a nice run there. Gets them down to the 6-yard line.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Young now. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Bryce Young.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Panthers will add to their fourth quarter lead. Well, we lasted all the way to the fourth quarter without a touchdown being on the board, but here a key one to extend the lead.
Definitely, and I really doubt, though, that that's going to open the floodgates. What do you think, partner?
No, not the way that we've seen these defenses play.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They've been rock solid, but we had to know that sooner or later, someone had to surrender a touchdown, and it happened right there.
Point after here coming up. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays.
And it was Bryce Young who finished things off with a touchdown run.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He completes it to Hunter. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Tershawn Wharton in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence.
That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game. But, boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
A give, running right, it's Hubbard.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Second down, another chance for Hubbard.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Young to throw it. He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. On the right hash. Officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars. Down by 13. A minute 52 to play. They've yet to dent the scoreboard tonight. Now they've got to do it twice late if they want a chance here. from the shotgun. Lawrence. And that's complete to Brown.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Lawrence will throw. Pass complete, Thomas.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10.
He finds his man, complete. It's Hunter. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll drop that underneath to ETN.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On play action, Lawrence. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Josie Jewell. And the Panthers will take over possession here up at the 44.
How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
Carolina getting set to take the field.
And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
And they'll start on the ground with Hubbard.
Oh, he sheds himself free. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation.
Brandon, I can just tell you from experience, there's nothing like pitching a shutout on defense, but even more so when it's a tight game. I mean, when every defensive play is crucial and you don't give up any points, boy, they're going to feel awfully good about themselves after this one.
Yeah, exactly. The offense wasn't humming, but, hey, all they needed was you can't score 1 point. All they needed was 2 points. Well, you can't score 2 points on offense. All they needed was at least 3, and they got what they needed.
They got what they needed. Exactly right.
certainly not the highest of scoring games, Charles. Their offense did some okay things, not a lot of points on the board, but enough for the win with how their defense was playing in this one.
Yeah, they certainly brought their A game, didn't they? They weren't fooled by anything that was presented to them from start to finish. That defense, they might as well have told their offense, guys, just kick a field goal. We've got it today.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Jacksonville, good night, everybody.